What's up, you guys? Kirsty Snyder here, ready to rock for our Thursday training. I am here to help you communicate better with your leads so that you can close more sales, so that you can actually engage and get more sales every single day. I'm talking more sales, like minimum, you're making $200 a day, $210 to be exact. And if you're going to make $210, that's over $6,000 a month. $6,000 a month could replace your income entirely, and we crave that for you. So if you don't see the red light button in the corner, make sure to drop the word replay in the chat below. And then as you hop on live, make sure to say hi in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Shannon, I see that you're on. What's up, girl? Make sure that you guys are actually paying attention to what we've talked about this week. As a recap, we heard about my story on Monday. Okay, the reason that's significant for you is because it gives you the impression of increase. It allows you to relate into what you want to do, into what someone else has done. So you're taking me as evidence, okay? Evidence. You are going to have evidence to do something more of what you want to be doing, okay? If that makes sense, drop the word evidence in the chat below. Oh, my computer just died. Am I still here? If I am, drop the word yes. Why is my computer dead? Oh, there it goes. All right. Evidence, drop the word evidence for me. Now, still participate like you're live, even if you don't see the red light button. You're catching this beyond Thursday when we did our training, okay? When you take a person as evidence, it allows your vibe to increase, and your vibe is going to constitute your results. Your results are a direct reflection of your behavior, and your behavior is a direct reflection of what you thought and what you felt, what you sat and actually felt for long enough. Your action then turned into the behavior. Does that make sense? Drop the phrase makes sense if it does. Now, on Tuesday, we talked about pre and post webinar. We literally gave you dozens, I'm talking probably over 50. I should go count. In your vault, right? Where's the vault? Section 6 in your TFT training. Inside the vault, you've got over 50 different videos for language on global launch here happening in 3 weeks from now, and pre and post webinar. So on Tuesday, when I launched the presentation for the team, your leads being able to come, me closing the sale and presenting for you, right? When we did that, we gave you videos to clone, videos to mimic, all the things for you to do so you don't have to worry about the creation part. You could literally just copy and paste your way to profit. Drop that phrase below, it's a favorite. Copy and paste your way to profit. Does that make sense? If it does, drop your favorite emoji, okay? Gonna ask for a lot of engagement so we can boost this into the algorithm. And if you don't see the red light button in the corner, of course, participate like you were live, even if it's beyond Thursday, okay? And then yesterday, we talked about short form video mastery. You being able to literally master short form video so you have lead out your ears, okay? We want prospects like begging on your door. What's your affiliate link? I'm ready. Let's go. I just watched your video. I'm in. We want them hitting your funnel, them watching a video sales letter, and boom, the first conversation, they're in. It's what we call blind sales, okay? Drop the word blind sales in the chat right now. Blind sales is when you wake up and Billy Bob enrolled and you never had a conversation with him. A blind sale is, I could be on this live video right now and I just saw an email and I got a sale. And I don't know that person. I didn't have to talk with them. They just enrolled because the video sales letter, the replay that you guys have, like from Tuesday, for example, did the selling and telling, they're in, they're excited, and your short form video gave them that first impression for why they want to connect with you, for why they take it seriously, for why they'd want to partner with you in the online space. If that makes sense, drop the word partner. Ooh, do you see all those fireworks? What did I do to make that happen? I should do that again. That is hilarious. You know, I do like the peace sign or something, or thumbs up. I don't know. Eventually it does something if I do a certain hand gesture, but I don't remember what it was. Okay, I'm gonna pull this up here so I can see your guys' comments as my computer just died and then loaded again. Celebele. Okay, short form video mastery, the gateway into why a person wants to connect with you. It's literally the reason they reach out or they scroll past. You want them to paralyze their thumb. Holy crap, what is she saying? I've got to get in on that. Holy cow, I have to message her. Oh my gosh, I hope I can get in, right? That's the urgency you want to create in your videos. And like you saw yesterday, I started out doing that formula. Hook, build up, present value, call to action. If you didn't watch that video from yesterday, Wednesday the 8th, you're going to want to go watch that. I started out literally doing the formula, and you'll understand why once you watch it. Now, today we're going to be talking specifically about, drum roll please, the DM formula. Okay, what is DM formula? What does that even stand for? DMF. DMF. What is that? Drop it in the chat right now. You guys are not silly or dumb. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Drop what it is in the chat, okay? The DM formula is you being able to close a sale in the first conversation because of what? Direct messaging, because of communicating back and forth. There should not be a whole ton of back and forth. It should be where, or it could be, okay? It can be where the first message you get from someone is like, I need your link. Send me the link. I'm going to spend 99 bucks. How do I get started? Saw your video. I'm ready for the link. Does that make sense? For me, like you guys saw on Tuesday, I specifically call it the elite enrollment link. And how you can be assumptive in your conversations is by saying, after they've watched the webinar, after they have the information, after someone else has done the selling and telling for you, they hit your funnel, they saw what it was, they're excited about it. As soon as that happens, you want them to be led to where you want them to go, which is where, guys? Where is that? To get a sale. Does that make sense? So if you don't ask for the sale, how are you ever going to get it? You have to be okay saying something like, are you ready for the direct elite enrollment link? Are you ready to enroll 99 elite? Question mark, right? Are you ready to get started? It's not, let me know if you have any questions. No, you're not customer service. And if you keep playing customer service, you won't get sales. Fair? Drop the word fair if you're good with that, okay? On top of that, if you play customer service and they take days and days and days to enroll, it's because you became their friend and you lost the authority. You become friends with people in this business. I have some really incredible friends because of this business. We tied together because of business. We then became incredibly friend social because we were helping each other out with our goals. It's like a beautiful mastermind, okay? But the reason that's significant for you is because for you to be able to do the same, for you to be able to create the same where you're closing a sale in the first conversation, you have to use their name. You have to assume the sale. You cannot, that's one of the biggest takeaways, if not the biggest. You cannot play customer service. Does that make sense, you guys? Customer service is language that lowers your authority, that lowers your posture. Let me know. Okay, I'm following up. Like, you're not customer service. If I had a complaint about, say my Amazon account, I would not play customer service, right? I'd do exactly what I need. Hey, Amazon, I have this problem and this is what I need. That's the kind of conversation you want your leads to be having with you. They tell you exactly what's up. You then respond and you ask the question that's open-ended. What's open-ended, guys? It's not a yes or no, right? It's not, do you have questions for me? It's, what questions can I answer for you now? Does that make sense? What questions do I answer for you now? In a conversation, after a person, let's say Billy Bob, hits your funnel, you get a lead in real time, cha-ching to your app, right? You're then messaging Billy Bob. What's the first thing you say? No. Not ever something like, hi, Billy Bob, Kirsty here. I just got your information. Let me know if you have any questions. Barf. That's literally you playing customer service from the start. Does that make Billy Bob want to respond? Does he even give a dang? You literally just used all the words that lower and eliminate your posture. Hey, Billy Bob, I got your information. Like, let me know if you have any questions. They're not going to let you know. That's like ending a conversation on a ... It would be like you and I talking in a room together. Okay, let's say we're at an event and you say, yeah, so what? I would sit there waiting for you to say something. And then if it got awkward enough, I'd be like, okay, well, see ya, right? You want it to be where the first thing you say to a person follows the formula from yesterday. Example, hey, Billy Bob, Kirsty here. Instead of saying something like, I got your information, you could say, I love that you're serious about making a weekly paycheck. That's a hook. That's also posture. You're assumptive. I love that you're serious about making a weekly paycheck. If your content on short form videos, including something like you get paid every Friday, you get paid every single week, it's very okay and assumptive to use that in a conversation as well. And guess what? The likelihood of Billy Bob responding based on that first sentence is way higher because you just told him what he wants. He wants weekly pay. Don't you? Billy Bob does too. Okay? So a comparison. Hey, Billy Bob, Kirsty here. I just got your information. Let me know if you have any questions. Ew. Hey, Billy Bob, Kirsty here. I'm so excited to have you lock in weekly pay. And then you can either ask, here's my 2 top questions, just like taught in how to communicate with leads. This is nothing new. You guys should remember this if you've gone through this training. My top 2 questions would be, how much extra are you wanting to make each month? If you're here because of me and you're seeing this, let's say even if you don't see the red live button in the corner, okay? If you're here because I got you here, did I ask you one of these questions? Drop a yes or drop a no. If you got in through my link, okay? Did I ask you, how much are you wanting to make? How much extra do you want to make each month? Or did I ask you, have you seen my business overview video yet? Drop a yes, drop a no, if you guys are here because of me, okay? I know for a fact, I tell you guys this all the time. You have to give them a reason to respond. You cannot play customer service. You cannot say, let me know if you have questions. They're not gonna respond. The likelihood of them responding after you do that is like 0. Okay, maybe 10%. And usually that 10% when they do have a question after you've played customer service is something silly like, so is this a scam? Is this you know what I mean? Okay. You want to be assumptive in your conversations. You need it to be where the person has a reason to respond. I want you to think of the DM formula mixed with what the short form video formula is. Hook, build up, present value, call to action. Hey, Billy Bob, Kirsty here. I'm excited that you want to make weekly paychecks. How much extra are you wanting to make each month? Each month compared to how much do you want to make compared to do you want to make money online? Totally different vibes. Each month is urgent. It's consistent, right? Make money online is just like, Robin, for example, Robin, you just barely enrolled, like what, 2 days ago? Remind me, Robin, I can't remember. Robin enrolled, and what did I ask Robin? How much do you want to make? And if Robin responded, see, there's the thumbs up. If Robin responded with, I want to make X amount, I then acknowledge that. I tell her what's required in order to make that, which I'll give you in a second. You better be taking notes. And then my next question after she responds is, have you seen my business overview video? Does that make sense? You guys want it to be where it's fluid, where it's converting, not because you're like desperate for the sale. This is not selling, okay? This is literal conversation. Do they have reason to respond? How much extra do you want to make each month? Let's say someone says $3,000. My response, please take note, would be $3,000 is totally possible with this. That's $100 a day. That's 1.5 sales, okay? Which is very, very easy. For you, you would say $3,000 a month is totally possible with this. Love it. New paragraph. It'll require you to be okay investing time, money, energy into yourself and in learning this business, of which I will teach you. Are you good with that? That's almost verbatim every single time I say something back. After they say, I want to make 10 grand, I want to make 2,500, I want to make $100 a day, whatever it is, okay? Hi, Casey, good to see you. The reason I do that is because when I'm saying it'll require you to invest time, money, and energy, if there's a concern already about money, they almost always will say that in the response back. I don't know, well, how much money? They'll be skeptical real fast, which is a good thing, actually, because then you can nip it in the bud and then you send them the video sales letter, the funnel, your information. You already know that they know. So the likelihood of the sale goes up because they already knew. It's not a surprise, okay? Speaking of, in your short form video content, it is okay to talk about price. In fact, do it. It's okay to also admit that you teach them for free. It's okay to combine the two. For $99 one time, I will teach you how to run an online business. at no extra cost, but replays included continuously 5 times a week. I mean, there are so many things where you can include what you do in short form video compared to what you do when you have that conversation on text. So biggest takeaway so far, do not treat it like customer service. If you do that, you get a lead in real time, you know, from Billy Bob. If Billy Bob hits your funnel, you get a cha-ching on your phone. Do not say, hey, Billy Bob, Kirsty here. I got your information. Let me know if you have any questions. That's silly, right? And if you play it like customer service and your sales are not there, your leads go down, it's because you haven't given them the reason to respond. Open-ended questions, that's the second takeaway. How much extra are you wanting to make each month rather than do you want to make money online? Does that make sense? Totally different. On top of that, you being able to assume the sale after they've watched the video sales letter, meaning they hit your funnel, you're conversing with them. Hey, Bob, how much do you want to make each month? He says $3,000. You say, cool. Totally possible that'll require you to invest time, money, energy into yourself and in learning this business. Are you good with that? Bob then responds, yes, I'm good with that. Awesome, Bob, good to hear. Do you want to watch my overview on this business now? Right? They probably, if they came through a lead, like to your app, they could be on the video already. So you could assume the sale and say, are you watching my overview right now? Are you already getting the overview? Does that make sense? Now, saying something that's assumptive, the only point blank question you're going to ask in a DM formula is, have you seen my overview video? You want a simple yes or no, okay? If that makes sense, drop the phrase makes sense in the chat right now for me. Even if you don't see the red light button in the corner, you're watching the replay beyond Thursday the 9th, please drop a makes sense if that makes sense for you. You want them to respond. You want them to have reason to respond. You're not forcing them or putting them in a corner. You're giving them a reason to converse with you, a conversation back and forth. And when you do that, you will close more sales in the first conversation if and only if you actually assume the sale. So for example, you wouldn't say, watch the video and get back to me. Nope, depending what funnel you're having it go to, the one from Tuesday was like 36 minutes-ish. You would say, get back to me in 40. Get back to me in 40 minutes or whatever, okay? Get back to me in 40 minutes when you're done and I'll be here to help answer your questions and get you started. Deal? Question mark. I always do that. I always do that. And the reason I do that is because I want them to be responsible for getting back to me and also them to admit, yep, they're going to communicate. Deal? Yep. Awesome. Chat with you in a few. And then you could follow up literally in 40 minutes. You could follow up that evening. Hey, Bob, I didn't forget about you. Did you finish that video today? It's a simple yes or no, right? No, I didn't. You suck. I hate your guts. I mean, that's the worst that could happen, right? And when that doesn't happen and the person signs up because you were in posture leading them to where you want them to go, you're having a conversation back and forth, you're leading them to where you want them to go. How much extra? You're checking in with, are they serious? Have you seen my overview? You're checking in with if they're serious. You then are assuming the sale by saying, I'm going to follow up. Or, hey, get back to me, right? Get back to me in 30 minutes when you're done. I only have 3 more spots on my roster and I'd love to see you involved today. That kind of phrase is way more assumptive and in authority than being like, yes, like, let me know when you're finished. Why would they want to let you know when they're finished? Maybe they do. Maybe they're totally bought in. But if you treat it like customer service and it's open-ended and it ends on a ... think of a ... in person. It's awkward. You want to leave the room. It's like a weird conversation, right? Same with text. Same with DMs, direct messages, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, whatever it is, okay? Now on top of that, in the vault, in section 6, okay, section 6 in the vault, you guys know where that's at? Drop the word vault, okay? Let me make sure. There we go. Sorry, my computer is trying to restart on me. In the vault, okay, 6th section of your TFT training, it specifically has an entire document with over a dozen different replay videos for how to assume the sale, what to say, how to close. This right now is just a brief rundown of little tips and tricks, but it is up to you. Let me be clear. It is up to you to go get the information in detail so you can copy and paste and converse really well with what to say, how to say it, all the things. And if you choose not to be resourceful by going into the vault, section 6 from your TFT training, if you choose not to go into the document that says how to communicate with leads, and you're just trying to assume the sale from this mini training today, you might not see an increase in sales unless you actually follow the formula. I want you to think about it like a recipe. If we're going to make brownies and we're going to have a girls' night and I'm going to cook it for X amount of time, do you think I cook it for X amount of time because that's what the recipe calls for? Or do I just decide because I feel like it? No, if the recipe calls for a certain amount of time cooked or a certain amount of flour or sugar or whatever, I'm going to follow the formula because I want the exact result, right? Just like if I was building a house, I can't just decide to look at the blueprint and like kind of follow the instructions. No, I wouldn't get the right result. I wouldn't get approved by the city. I wouldn't be able to build that house unless I followed it to a T. So if you want the actual way of passive income through this business, like I said at the beginning, I started out with a hook. I said $200 a day, that's $6,000 a month. If you were to go get 3 sales a day minimum, that's $210 a day. Is that replaceable income for some of you guys? Just drop replaceable income if it is. Drop that phrase right now, because for you to go get 3 sales a day, that should be your low day eventually. That should be like, holy crap, what happened? Was I snoozing all day? Did I forget to post? I want and crave so badly 3 sales a day for you. $210 a day. That's over $6,000 a month. You can't get that from your boss, so create it here. Does that make sense? If it does, drop your favorite emoji in the chat, okay? The way that you can go get sales is by assuming the sale. It's by asking for the sale. Are you ready to enroll Elite? Awesome, Beth. Are you ready to enroll $99? Like I literally would type out $99 Elite. Are you ready to enroll $99 Elite? Question mark. Why would I be so explicit? Because then, if I even just say, are you ready to enroll Elite, which I love saying too, Elite, what the freak is that? Well, on my video on Tuesday, I called it Elite a lot, right? So if they watch the video replay from Tuesday, that's a recognized name. If they're like, what's Elite? You're like, yo, did you not watch the video? Like it's a tall tale sign that they didn't pay attention, they didn't watch the video. So of course they're not ready to enroll. It's a really great way for you to gauge how serious they are, okay? If that makes sense, drop the phrase makes sense again for me, okay? But you want to follow the formula. The biggest things you want to be doing is actually following the formula. You need to instruct yourself, your mind, your mentality, all of that, to follow the recipe, okay? Just like we always say, success leaves clues. Drop that phrase in the chat. All few dozen of you. Drop that phrase in the chat. Success leaves clues. Hi, Brian. Good to see you. Success leaves clues. You want it to be where a person wants what you have based on you following the formula of hook, build up, present value, call to action. Not customer service, not, oh, I'll let you know, kind of a thing, ... No, that's weird. You lost posture. You want it to be where their first message, after you've done the DM formula, after you've done and dissected how to communicate with leads inside the vault, you want it to be where they either sign up and you didn't have to convince them. This is not a convincing game. Let me just be real about that. If you feel like you're convincing all day long, you're doing it wrong. You're not assuming the sale. You're not asking for the sale. Okay, I'm just shooting it to you straight. If a person watches the video sales letter and they go enroll and you did not have to be like, oh, are you enrolling? You did your job well. You want it to be where there are blind sales, where someone enrolls and didn't even have a conversation with you. You didn't have to go back and forth. And if you do go back and forth, which is okay, by the way, I love that actually. It allows you to engage. It allows you a first impression for how you will be there for them. It's a good thing, okay? If you go back and forth and you never ask for the sale, you just always end it on a ... Like, yeah, well, let me know when you want to get started. They're not going to let you know. You have to say, what time are you enrolling today? What time are you getting started today? How can I help you get started compared to, let me know? They just finished the video sales letter. You wouldn't say something like, so let me know what you think, or so do you have any questions? Oh, I hate that one. Do you have any questions? That's so stupid. You say, What questions can I answer for you now? Hey, Bob, so excited that you watched through that video. Say it's the 40 minutes later or whatever funnel you've got them going to. What questions can I answer for you now? Or how can I help you get started? You want it to be assumptive. You want it to be where they need a reason to respond, not a ... Does that make sense, guys? Because if I'm able on a bad day to have, say, 7 or 8 sales, don't you think you could do half or a third of that even if you're brand new? Yeah, you could. But if you mentally up here are like, no, I can't because I'm new. No, I can't because I don't have a following. No, I can't because no one's engaging on my short form videos. Well, freak, dude, go watch the replay from yesterday, the 8th. Increase your short form videos. Master the formula inside short form videos. Then take that same formula and put it into your conversations and you'll get sales every single day. Does that make sense, guys? We have your back. We crave the success for you, but you have to do the work. Everything that we give you is proven by numbers. We literally test it for months before we launch it to you. So every single time we launch something new or something old, okay, when we repurpose it and regurgitate it, it's because it works. And if you're following the formula, you will 100% succeed. The house will be built exact to the blueprint. It will not have the city shut it down and you won't quit. Does that make sense? Now, if you got value from this video as a rundown for the DM formula, how to communicate with leads, and you are in it to win it, please drop the phrase in it to win it. In it to win it, meaning you had this little rundown. Hey, don't do this. Hey, do that. Hey, here's a couple tips and tricks. I did not go over the document. You're resourceful. You can read. You're not a preschooler, right? And you're able to actually go in and have probably over a dozen different trainings for the DM formula that we've done in the past that is still applicable today. I could guarantee, okay, when you go into the vault and when you go into the dozen or so videos that specifically talk about how to communicate with leads, that tell you in a document things to say, what to copy and paste, how to add your own voice, all of that, when you start doing that, you will have sales every single day. And if you're little Billy Bob getting 2 sales a day, even just 2 sales a day, guys, that's over $3,000 a month. Could you ask for a $36,000 raise from your boss right now? Would he say yes? Hey, I'm not going to clock in more hours. I'm not going to do more responsibilities. I'm not going to take more time at the job or commute longer or anything like that. But hey, boss, I need a $36,000 annual raise. Would your boss say yes? Yes or no? Drop a comment. Even if you don't see the red light button, drop a comment. Would your boss say yes to that? $36,000 raise just because like you asked for it? No, he wouldn't. But yet here, you could be doing that. And if you're sitting around waiting for the result and you're getting frustrated, you need to go be resourceful. You need to go be empowered, because every single thing that we've ever done for the last, 3-4 years now is inside of the vault. The replay is applicable to you for the short form video mastery, for how to follow up with leads, for what to say, for how to assume the sale, all of the things, right? And it's yours for the taking. That's why we want you to control your own paycheck. We have the rotator as an ample way of helping you out. And we also want you to control your own paycheck. We want you to be in a position where 2 sales a day is like crappy, because you're used to 5 or 6 or 7 sales a day, because you're used to having a breaking point of like 12 or 14 or 15 sales in a day. Okay? If you guys are good with that, please drop the word yes I am in the chat right now. And even if you're not live, you don't see the red light button, drop the phrase yes I am if you're good with that. Now, if you got value from this video, please give me a like on the video, drop a comment for what you learned. Even if you come back to the video and you comment what you learned, I'd love to hear from you. On top of that, if you don't see the red light button and you did learn something today, which yeah, you probably did if you're paying attention, please drop what you learned, even if it's beyond the 9th and you're not live with us, okay? Boost it back into the algorithm, have other people see it on the team, collaborate, communicate, and what do I always say? Be in proximity. You want to be near what's working, because what? Success leaves clues. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm putting together a document today for an FAQ for the commonly asked questions that I personally get, but come tomorrow live 10 a.m. Eastern, just like we've done all week and how we've done for lots of months now. Come tomorrow. with a question that is specifically geared toward what we've talked about this week. If you come with a question that's like, oh, how do I blend? I'm not going to answer that. I want it to be applicable to you and what you've learned this week, okay? And then yes, I will put together FAQ for what I commonly see asked, or a tip and trick that's common that I get all the time, whatever like that, okay? Start to end, from domains to short form videos to how to communicate to, you know, something like, where's the training on this? Like, I'm happy to answer those questions, but if you're not specific, I can't give you a specific answer. So think through what you've learned this week from my story and evidence you get to take for pre and post webinar and global launch that we talked about on Tuesday, short form video mastery that we talked about yesterday, and then the tips and tricks briefly discussed in a mini version today of the DM formula, or how to communicate with leads, one and the same, okay? Those 4 things, if you have a question, bring it tomorrow. We will see you there, 10 a.m. Eastern. Thank you guys for popping on. Bye now.